Have it signed in, make sure you sign it.
Why don't we go ahead and call commission to order? It's Tuesday, June 21st, 2016. Minutes and reports received in file.
No.
Commissioner committee liaison reports, upcoming meetings, events.
We got leadership forum Friday
Yep.
at the health department ribbon cutting Thursday.
Yep.
When are we running?
That's all.
Oh, good, so I got time to get shaken. All right, that's all I've got this week.
I have an EDAC meeting today. And there's a RPC board of directors meeting on Wednesday.
CAP region board meeting tonight. Central region workforce meeting tomorrow. TIP commission Thursday night. And then Monday, Senator Blunt's got a list of the poster from 1 to 2 p.m. Okay. Presentations from staff, consultants, invited guests, Williams Keepers.
Good morning.
We completed the audit of the 2015 county's financial statements, so we're here to go over the highlights of those reports. We issued 4 reports as a result of the audit, 3 of which are very detailed and spiral bound. The one we're going to go through today is the summary report, which gives the highlights of the report. So if we turn to that, it's the one that says summary report on the first page. The county issues a comprehensive annual financial report that includes the financial statements and some extra information that goes above and beyond what's required under accounting standards, so it's a symbol of excellence in reporting. It includes an introductory section that includes information about the county and a statistical section that includes 10 years trend information on a variety of aspects of the county's history and financial results. So again, like I said, that's above and beyond what you're required to do, and I think it's a very positive reflection on the county. Looking at the financial statements, we issued an unmodified opinion. That's a clean opinion. What that means is everything in the financial statements are fairly reported in all material respects in accordance with the applicable accounting standards. So that's the best opinion you can get. What that ultimately means is people can look at your financial statements and rely on the data that's in them. They can rely on the numbers and the footnote disclosures. Your financial statements actually include 2 complete sets of financial statements. One is called government-wide financial statements, and then the second set is called fund financial statements. The government-wide financial statements really are the ones that are most comparable to other entities. It's the one place where we go and everything that the county has is put together. It includes all of your assets, your normal assets like investments, receivables, that type of stuff. But it also includes all your capital assets, your buildings, your equipment, things like that. And also all of your debt is recorded there. The fund financial statements are what you're used to seeing on a monthly basis. It has all your individual funds listed separately. In the summary report, we have the highlights from the government-wide financial statements. It's got 3 years trend data in there. Going back to 2013, your total net position was about $80 million. It's now up to about $94 million. Again, that includes all your capital assets and things like that. Your total revenues for 2014 were a little over $39 million. Your expenses were a little over $33 million, so you had a net increase overall in the entire county of about 5.7. As noted in the financial statements, there was a new accounting pronouncement that we had to implement this year, and so there is footnote disclosures in there about that. Any questions on the financial statements themselves? Opinion, which is which one? The auditor's communication letter is the second report that we issue. It's required under auditing standards. It basically tells you how the audit went. We didn't note any transactions that were unusual or not supported or anything different about them. Like I said, you did implement a new accounting standard during the year, so we noted that. There will be some new accounting standards that you'll have to implement next year. They mainly impact disclosures and change the way you recognize any transactions. We found the accounting records to be in good order. Everything was fully cooperative throughout the process. They answered questions, gathered the information we requested, worked very well with us. There was one adjustment we didn't post because it was just not big enough to worry about. So overall, the audit process went very, very smoothly. And we do appreciate the cooperation we get from everyone because it takes a lot of work on their part to do all of this. Any questions on that report? Last report we issued is a management letter. When we're doing our audit, we gain an understanding of how things work in the county, who does what, how transactions flow, basically to plan our audit so we can focus our attention where we think we need to. As a result of that process, we sometimes note things that we can make suggestions to the county or improvements to the internal control system. We did not find any material weaknesses. That's the most serious thing that we could note, and we did not note any of those. We had some minor recommendations, not serious, but just that we noted in the report. But again, no material weaknesses in the internal control. So that is the short and sweet of the audit. What
We like
was
that.
this year. Any questions?
No.
No,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
And just so you guys know, the financial statement should be available online after today.
Thank you.
Okay. Bids and contracts. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Got 2016-21 Carnegie Boiler and Pumps Bid Award contract.
And we bid this out, got 4 responses. The lowest was from Integrated Facility Services out of Columbia. $27,925 was their bid, and that is the recommendation.
They're also the quickest.
Good contractor, Greg.
Yeah. They did work collaborating, very happy with the work.
Questions?
No.
No.
Contract, or I move that we award and sign the contract with Integrated Facility Services for the boiler pump replacement.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. 2016-22 Springer Center bathroom gut and remodel discussion.
We've got 3 bids for this. The low was $135,865 through the $148,250. The low bid was from the Wilson Group. I know we've been working with them on the courthouse. I don't know how Greg felt about.
Right now, we're having several issues with the Wilson Group on the window project they're doing with the courthouse. They will be pulling several windows back out and redoing them. So the material from the window company. They are also in the process of redoing a bunch of interiors when they thought they had finished and were not up to my specs. We're doing all that this week. Basically, we are at a standstill until we get everything done. They did send a representative from their company down yesterday. I took him through a bunch of what I saw was deficiencies. He agreed with me, and he will be here the rest of the week making sure all the deficiencies that I showed him, and he found some more yesterday while he was walking around. They will be repairing all that this week. instead of Wednesday.
So the next low bid would be GBH Builders at $145,150.
We have this budgeted.
That was one of the items that you guys wanted to check out to see what it would cost.
Okay, so we were doing this for feelers, or we
But
just have
we had 50,000 in there for it, right?
I don't remember what we
I
had.
thought it was in one bathroom, about
That's
10.
what I was thinking.
So that 145 was about 115 more than I thought it was gonna be.
I'm not inclined to do anything today. I don't know where you guys are at. I mean, obviously, we can probably take a look at maybe prioritize these or something, but
Originally, I think when we talked about it, we were just gonna do the two admin bathrooms and we decided to bid everything up at one time. I think that's where our direction was the last time.
Bathrooms and painting, 50,000.
Maybe.
Go ahead. I was just gonna ask which ones are gonna be need to be done the worst, which ones are in the worst shape. 'Cause if we had it budgeted, we can do that much of it, bite off a little bit at a time. Or if it's gonna save us a large amount to do all at one time, then we can wait and put it in next year's budget or
I think we did all at one time, but it'd be a lot less mess and headaches.
I don't disagree, but since it's gonna get pushed off, and then bids are probably what, good for 90 days.
Yeah, they're bad. I went over and toured that when I first came in office, and those bathrooms are bad.
It's not just the admin side, I mean, even the extension side, the kids' things, those are really run down and worn out.
Yeah, we would have to do anything to put it on the residential side, admin side first.
Well, we just want to table it for now.
Yeah, let's table it.
Talk about it, think about it, see
Well, see where we can find some more money.
what we want to do, if we just need to address those to start off with or not. Yeah, good with that.
Okay, yeah. I think so. 2016-23 single axle dump truck bid award.
We received bids from 3 different companies with 2 different options for the bed and hydraulics. Cliff, I'll probably let you talk about it. The recommendation is at the bottom.
I would just recommend to go to Shepherd's and to Napa, both of them need all the criteria on the bed and on the hydraulics, and they're a little cheaper. Napa didn't know if you're interested in their local, so. The only difference between the 2 international bids, both with Napa, is the one's got Cummins engines in it, the other one's actually got the international engine in it.
So you're recommending Shepherd's.
Yes. So 130, 47, 42.
Those bids. Oh, that's a $25,000 question again, what do we have budgeted for it?
We have a budget.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah,
okay.
it's within what we had set aside, so.
Okay. That's all I got. That's what y'all need to meet specs.
contractors award here.
Just PO.
Move that we award to Shepherd's and Napa for the single axle dump truck.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unfinished business, court order, traffic.
Fire detectors.
No, we're gonna move that to next week, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'd asked if we could move it. Sorry about that.
You want to just, Sam, do you want to keep this to the end and go ahead and take comments on various, it's however you want to do it.
Yeah,
I've got.
do you mind if?
No, I don't mind at all.
Now, if we got people here, we might as well do it.
Well, I was going to say, take the comments, I think.
No, Dan?
Dan?
We're talking about the signage.
Yes, yeah.
I just wanted to voice my opposition to the removal of the yield sign on Zion and South Country Club. That was installed about 18 years ago. And primarily, since then, our development has added about 30 homes off of Zion Road, along with that intersection. If you look at it on the map, you might think it doesn't need a yield sign, but since Zion Road crowns right there, almost right on the ridge of that intersection, you can't see 50 feet either way, whether you're coming up the hill or from either direction off to Zion. And I was over there last night looking again, just trying to get an idea. There is literally, you have to, if you're headed west, up South Country Club, to make a left on Zion, which the high majority of the traffic is that direction. When you can't, you have to actually pass the center line of Zion to see who might be coming. And that just doesn't work. And it needs to stay. In fact, we originally requested that to be a stop sign. And I talked to Doug Stroke, another individual buddy who's going to make it this morning, who said he'd written a letter a few months ago about making it a stop sign.
He did.
And I don't know that. So it really needs to be a stop sign with the growth of the population in that area. People walking through that intersection, you really don't see until you're right on top of the crest of that hill. And anybody coming west to east on South Country Club, you can't see anyone either until you're in the intersection first. So they need to come, it's a yield sign now, which obviously slows, I don't say obviously, sometimes slows people down, but it wouldn't be bad if it was a stop sign as well, so that maybe they slow down a little more.
Anybody else?
I just say, I do drive that a lot too. It's kind of a bad little section there. And anyway, had some concerns over that as well. A lot of people don't stop.
I guess actually really the question is not, why is someone wanting to have it removed?
I don't know, it was based on Doug's original letter. We took it to traffic and safety, and that's what they recommended. Now,
So when he
again,
said you want to raise it to a stop sign, I don't want to remove it.
and I'd have to go back and look. I know he said something about it, I don't remember if it was removed or for the stop sign in. I think it may have been for a stop sign in,
It
but
was. I talked to him, that's why I wanted to show up today, because I don't know how many individuals read the newspaper.
right.
And people I talked to had not, so I don't know how much
That's how I kind of
emails
thought.
you received. But I talked to him last night, and I'm really surprised he wasn't here early
Yeah.
this morning.
No,
He was
and-
pretty upset that
Right.
he wanted to reverse out the other way.
Yeah. We took it to the traffic and safety advisory board, and that's what they recommended. And I'm not saying whether I agree or disagree with it. What their basis was, since that was the through road of South Country Club, they recommended that way. Again, it's up to the county commission whether or not they take that recommendation. So,
No, it's really not, it is the through road.
right.
It's not the travel road.
It's not where
90% of the population
Right.
turns on Zion Road to come up that area.
Yeah.
That's why they're traveling that part of South Country.
Anything else?
Larry Williams?
That's only comments from the public. I figured we'd go through the presentation again
Okay.
and make a decision instead of holding everybody else here
Okay, so move that to,
at the very end or something.
okay.
Vote on them at the end, or what are we doing?
Yeah, we're just gonna put it to the end.
I think we need to go through them individually and talk about each of them, so.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do the
Yeah,
rest of the stuff. and-
I'll bring the presentation back up.
Dan, if you want to stick around, you can.
You
You like to watch sausage
You know how I
parade?
feel. I
Yeah.
I'm on the stage.
Yeah, And we've got a couple other.
Is
ones
that,
to do
is that where Maria lives? Fish?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, she goes through that. You haven't heard about that yet? Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Thanks for
Thanks,
coming.
Dan. Okay, new business, accounts payable review.
I'd ask for approval of accounts payable. There's several dates out there, the last being today. And Jeff, you do have one.
I move that we approve accounts payable pending review.
I second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Do we want to move the flag ordinance up next? Or?
Matter me.
You're in charge.
Why don't we do that? You had asked to put it on the agenda. Do you want to speak first?
Yeah, I can. I said that I'd put it on the agenda to talk about, revisit it. Back last week when we had a policy and plan in place, and, you know, we had a plan, and I think it was Mike Tyson has said, you always have a plan till you get hit in the face, and we got hit in the face last week, and so, you know, it's one of the things I said, I'm gonna stick by my decision based on past history, policy, but we would revisit it. What's come up in the last weeks, there's nothing that I want to change in it. I think if we start to make exceptions, we're still going to leave people out. There was a lot of emotion involved last week, so we can still talk about it, still revisit it. If somebody's got some ideas, we can go from there. But right now, I'm not inclined to make any changes to the policy. But that's why I wanted to make sure I put it on the agenda, because that's what I told everyone that I would talk about it, we'd revisit it.
I don't think we'll probably make any changes today, but
I don't have any motions or any ideas to change it. It was an idea to look at it to see if there's some way to do it, but there's no way that we're going to be able to anticipate something happening that's not going to offend somebody along the line. Last week, we never saw that happen. And it was never meant to offend anyone or to alienate anybody. And I've been very clear about that, and you know, that's where we're at with it. If we can make some kind of policy that's going to give us a definitive protocol, we can change it, but I'm not inclined to say we're going to lower it every time there's a proclamation. I still think we need to have that in there, so.
Yeah, I'm open to looking at any changes that anyone might have, but at the same time, you know, I don't know, besides just taking every proclamation made by the president and governor, that we're just going to do that, then we don't need to have a flag ordinance.
I feel like we are a government entity, and it would have been a lot easier if we'd been united last week, but boy, this got out of hand quick. It was just, it got blown way out of proportion, and you know, I tried to explain that we are not bigots, we're not, it had nothing to do with that, but last week was a rough week. So I think we do need to look at our flag ordinance and see, yes,
If you did revisit it at any point, one of the options, and I'm not saying to do it, but one of the options would be making it where you have to take an action if you wanted to not meet with the president or governor orders. Jill, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Sure does.
So it would go unless you all elected not to. That's just one option that would be out there if you looked at a change.
We've got several people that maybe would
Yeah.
like to address this.
Leonard, would you like to move up to one of the
To
microphones?
begin with, this is a
No,
forum.
move up, if you don't mind, have a
To
seat.
begin with, this is a forum, and I'm very embarrassed that this is a forum of people, more than 6 people, and we did not say the pledge of allegiance to our flag since it's in this building, which is the rules of the flag of a forum. I am a military man that served in 2 different boot camps. The Navy, you take 8 hours to learn about the ensign, which is the flag of the United States. I did what I did the other day for the stress, which is underneath guidelines of the flag of the United States. Before I finish my conversation, I'm going to say the Pledge of Allegiance since this is a forum. Please stand and rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance since the flag is being flown in a forum. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, I lowered the flag down the other day under distress, and there is such a rule as under distress. The presidential might have made a proclamation, but all three of you, and almost everybody in here that has been in office, made a sworn right-hand oath to the office of the United States and to the state of Missouri. It's a Missouri Revisited Status 51-060. Before taking office, every clerk, county commission shall take the subscribed oath of office, and that he will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Missouri and demean himself faithfully in his office. Where does the commission get off making rules against the state of Missouri and the United States about the flag? To begin with, it says like this: since we have been a country, federal takes justice, cannot be nothing less than federal rule. State takes justice, cannot be nothing less than state rule. County takes justice, cannot be nothing less than state county rule. City takes justice, cannot be nothing less than city rule. It can be more than, but not less than. When three commissioners decide to make a ruling on the flag, which have never served in our military, which tell me when I'm having an argument outside, that because there was no military men killed there, which they are absolutely wrong. There was 2 military men that were killed there, and there was one man that was in the Marine Corps that stopped, our tribe stopped in this situation. When you serve in the military, then you talk to me. When you tell me that your father in the newspapers had 23 years in the military, that's not you. You didn't go through, you don't know what the rules of the flag is. Like I said, I've been in the Army, I've been in the Navy for boot camp. The Navy taught me what the ruling of the United States flag was. The Army never did. They only told me was salute it and fly. Now, this is my discretion. I want you, please, to remove your ruling, or I'm writing a presidential to the president for presidential order for Cole County to not get no more federal funds until it's enough. Because you are receiving federal funds and you're breaking the rules of our Constitution. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Leonard.
That's fine. Frank, would you?
No, I just came here to absorb, thank you.
Okay.
I
Mark?
do have a question.
Yes.
I have a question for Mr. Helter and Mr. Shipperly. I would like to ask one question. Let me ask you a question. If we had 149 people out of the American Legion Club, and we had somebody go in there and shoot 49 of those people, would it take a vote of the commissioners to lower the flags on it? And I'd like your answers.
I'll answer your question first. Per policy, yes. And I'll ask you a question. Was the American Legion flag at half-staff last week?
I don't know.
No. Thank you.
But my thing is, I'm asking you, would it take more than just the American Legion or the VFW or somebody like that got hit, you would not take and lower the flags? I'm sure the American
said it would take a
I'm sure if it happened at the American Legion, they'd lower their flags real
Your
quick.
question was...
Why they didn't lower it out there, I don't know.
Your question was, would we vote? I
Yeah.
answered it. I said, yes, would we vote?
Okay, I haven't heard Mr.
It would
Shipperly.
take
I don't know why
approval.
Mr. Shipperly
Or
changed
the
his
policy.
mind also.
I stated my reasoning for changing my mind in the newspaper quite clearly, that the negative comments that led to my changing my decision, it it was disruptive, it was, I just didn't feel like, you know, it was worth the attention that Cole County was receiving, and so I did change my vote. And I'm with Mr. Elsher, it would take a vote on any terrorist attack or whatever, as outlined in our county flag ordinance.
And the flag code does not prohibit any municipal governments, private businesses, individuals for flying their flags at half-staff to mourn or respect anybody. So if somebody wants to do it for a local event, that can be taken into consideration on it.
I think any time the President of the United States tells you to lower the flags at half-mast, it should be done. I don't care what, anything else. The President and the Governor has always said, lower the flags at half-mast, and I think you should listen to our President. And I don't know if you like him or not, but he's still our President, and what he says goes for our country. And there's been a lot of people that has died for that flag, and they have fought for that flag. And I haven't, and you haven't, but there are a lot of people that have. But I will tell you this, I tried to, but they turned me down. But I would fight for that flag today, because this is our country, and if we don't take our country back and continue to take it back, it's going to be someplace else, or somebody else is going to be controlling us. That's all I got to say is, but I think the flag should, anytime the President tells you that the flag should be flown at half-mast, it should be. I don't think you all should question him.
I don't think the President told us ours has to be. He's saying federal buildings are to be flown at
He said
half-staff.
government
And
buildings. This is a government building.
Their government buildings, federal government public buildings. These are not their buildings.
They
Same
are
with the
their
state.
building.
Same with the
You
state.
get federal money, this is their building.
Okay.
Turn down the federal money next time, you won't be that
That's all
way.
I got to say.
Go back to town.
This is not getting into that argument. This is talking about the flag.
No, it comes into
You know what?
that.
We disagree.
You're receiving money
When
from the
we're
federal
being
government.
attacked, Old Glory should fly high up there, and we should all stick together. We were one, we had Americans getting attacked in America. Where we're at. We're
Can I
Americans.
speak again, please?
I'm
11 months, they threw the flags wrong in this courthouse. 11 months, I fought with PV Ford about flying a POW-MIA flag, and they was always putting it underneath the state flag, which is not flag etiquette. You people need to study what you're talking about and before you start taking an oath.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. We are going to discuss the flag ordinance, but I don't think we're going to make any decisions today, so.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay. We will go back to our agenda. First reading of budget adjustment number 4.
This is, no action today needed. It's for $350,000 for Randolph Drive, temporary note for the budget adjustment. So we'll hold it for 10 days.
Approval and signing of right-of-way easement with Three Rivers Electric.
Okay, a few months ago, the park committee recommended to put electric at the pavilion at the county park. And we've got 2 estimates one from Three Rivers and one from Ameren to run poles, which Three Rivers is the cheapest price, and we have a right-of-way easement that needs to be signed for that if you approve it. And Three Rivers, per pole is $750, which their estimate had 4, we're proposing now to do 6 to make it shorter, bring it over to the pavilion closer so we don't have to run as much underground. So the total on that would be $4,925. And that's with a 200 amp loop on the wire.
And you do have it budgeted
we have money in the park budget to do this portion of it.
One thing that the Parks Committee wanted was to try to get some power up to that pavilion that we put in 2 years ago.
And we're not gonna put lights in it, we're just putting receptacles so people can plug in prop lights, whatever else they bring with there. But yeah, it's being rented quite often now, and it's getting a lot of use.
Questions?
You serve on that Parks Committee, so
Yeah,
that's a
It's
recommendation.
about $5,000 total power run up there.
Probably good for staff to have over there too, the other stuff.
Yeah. And Ameren's price was $19,698.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
I move that we approve and sign the right-of-way easement for Three Rivers.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
It has to be notarized too.
Oh. Signing of the yearly financial statement of the county.
This is a copy of the financial statement that goes in the paper, since we've received audited financial statements. We're ready to put that in the paper.
You got class.
Well, yeah, but not that.
We're gonna put that, we're gonna put that in the paper that size, huh?
Yeah.
It'll be smaller than that.
Still gonna cost enough. We used to have to publish
We
it.
need a motion to do that, to sign it.
If we mention Jeff Alderman's name, do we get a discount or anything? Julie Smith or?
Chris Estes.
I move that we sign the yearly financial statement.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Signing of agreement for professional engineering services for Randall Drive.
County Commission approved the Randall Drive Neighborhood Improvement District project last Tuesday. And this will be the first part of this project. We'll be doing the engineering for that road, or the rebuild of that road with Bartlett West. The contract amount is $48,283, and it includes some construction-based services as well. So this will be the only one we would have to bring to you for engineering. Any questions?
What was the total on it again? Just didn't hear you.
That total,
Yeah.
48,000.
48,000, okay.
48,283, and then construction was about 200,000. Now that way, financing was set up for the total.
Right.
I got a breakdown of the engineering if you care to look at it. It's pretty small.
That's good.
And we would need approval and signing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I move that we approve and sign the contract with Bartlett and West for the Randall Drive NID engineering services.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Discussion of part-time budget in the county clerk's report.
You guys did receive your emails from Steve as far as what he was requesting.
Yep.
And Marla's here to help answer any questions you guys may have. Part-time and
Said
overtime.
4,000, right?
Yes, each one. He's
Yeah, I
asking.
think when we're budgeting that, we don't know how many initiatives are going to be in there, we're a handful more than.
Right,
what
we had
anticipated.
received 5, we have 1 left, which of course is the biggest one. And then it's due back to the state by July the 26th. So we had, we're trying to find another part-time person just to come in and help get that petition done so we have plenty of time to get it back. Absentee voting starts today for the August election, so we now have election duties, I guess you would say, to mix in with the petition. So we were hoping to hire someone for like 2 weeks, get it done, and it's off our plate.
I'm fine with that. Me too.
Yeah, I'm good too.
It's hard to budget that, exactly know what's going on or how many initiatives.
Need any
we have,
action,
so.
you got?
I just have a transfer, you don't really have to approve that.
You
$4,000, right?
He was asking for 4,000 in part-time and then 4,000 in overtime. We've just kind of taken what we've done so far for the year and
Okay.
estimated how much more we think we'll need for the year. Debbie said she'd rather just do it for the year, and then if we don't need it, we won't use it, just to cover ourselves.
Okay.
Okay,
Sounds good.
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay. You recommend to be last on the list? You recommend to be last on the list?
Ma'am, we didn't get it till yesterday.
Yeah, we did get it from the city.
Okay.
Signing of JAG grant letter.
Yes. Are we doing the Shot Road one?
No, oh, I'm sorry, that's being resolved, so we're remove that. from our-
Excellent.
Yes, we're trying to cut.
I know you took
we're-
one of them off
We're trying to
negative
cut
too.
stuff out, so. Yeah, Larry's so
We're
good.
gonna be done
He's-
before
We're not
that.
gonna let Larry. No. We're not gonna let Larry.
Okay, we're doing JAG grant letter.
He's got a countdown to retirement, don't let him fool you.
Yeah.
I've seen him looking at that in meetings.
We got this from, I'll show you in a little bit. We got this on Friday, so that's why Betsy didn't get it to you sooner. This is simply an agreement that we're going to spend $6,601.60 as part of our JAG grant fund. The city's is significantly more. This is one we do every year. It's federal pass-through money that we use. This one, I think, might be to finish out our in-car videos. And it requires, you can all see it, but it requires presenting commissioner's signature and the county clerk. We got 2
Do
copies
this
of it.
every year, don't we?
Yeah.
So, see if Chris wants to see it.
Good. Move that we sign the interlocal agreement between the city of Jefferson and the county of Cole for Burn Justice Assistance Grant Program Award.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So we'll give it back to me. Then I think we go back to Larry.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Letter to Mr. Gaines, I said, it's done.
Play with us.
You've done that with your wives. Ooh, Bazinga.
I don't know about that.
Bazinga.
Let's see, so M&M's. Pass it.
That's nice.
I'll be back.
Okay. First one we have is West City Road is requested by the landowner who lives out in the area. It's currently at 45. Again, this road runs from Highway 54 over to Double A. It gives you a better view here, west end. These are a series of shots going through the road. A lot of these were taken at driveways and entrances off the road. We ran speed counts out there during it. This one's here, the first one's is up near North Beltrops. It's on the east end. West to east is 54, east to west is 53. Down by the Farron Ranch, it was 50 and 51. That's in those curves there. And on Route A, it was 63 and 60. As you can see here, the ones in red are shown there. This is previous speed counts. We tried running these this time in areas where we may have to try and get slower traffic speed counts. You can see the past ones, some of them were as high as 68 mile an hour back in 1996, 99, 1999 it was 63 miles per hour. And 2003 it was 65 on the west end of this shot. Now, when I say 65, that's 85% of the people are doing that speed out of the cars that we have going through there. This is on the west end, close to AA. You can see there it was 60 and 63 this time. Back in 1996, it was 60 mile an hour. 1999, it was 63. 2003, it was 64 miles per hour. Based on the speed count and the traffic safety manual that the county commission adopted, the 85th percentile is justification for raising the speed limit. That's what 85% of the people are comfortable driving the road at. So it does support going to 55. We presented the findings to the Traffic Safety Advisory Board on October 8th. After discussion, the board voted to recommend raising the speed limit to 55. We did have some comments. Thanks to the local newspaper, we were able to get that into the paper. We did receive some comments that I forwarded to you all previously.
You had visited with several of the landowners out there too, did you not?
Pardon?
Didn't you visit with several of the landowners out there?
I live in this area myself, and yes, there's several of them.
Now, what are you driving?
Where's Craig? Is Craig here? I want to plead the fifth.
Okay.
I drive the speed limit or slightly under, maybe.
When I know there's a patrol car. So, again, it's up to the commission. The Traffic Safety Advisory Board makes recommendations, and it's up to the final decision of the county commission to make a determination.
I move that we accept the recommendation of the Traffic Safety Advisory Board for Brazito Road.
Okay, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The next one is Ball Hill. This one, again, we had a request from a citizen out there to possibly look at raising the speed limit. It's currently 30 and 35. As you can see, coming out of the city, it's 30 miles per hour, and then it increases to 35. Again, this is starting at the city, going towards the south. Lincoln. Again, these shots are taken at intersections or driveways. We should have some of that rain back. Again, we ran speed counts, they're listed there, just south of Eastland, north of Rolling Road, south of Rolling Road, and then north of Route M. You can see here at the very north end, where it's shown in red, it was 41 and 38. If you get down closer to Lincoln's operation, it was 49 and 45. Just past the real bad curves there is 46 and 46. And again, at the very south end, it was 49 and 49. Again, the 85th percentile is outlined in the traffic and safety manual. It does support raising the speed limit. It could be set at 40 and possibly 45. When I was out there taking pictures, I spoke with several of the families that were either out to get their mail or whatever. The Farmer family, the Warner family, he lives actually on those sharp curves. All said that needed to be raised to 40 or 45. Rolling Road, to give continuity to the area, is also set at 40. We presented the findings to the Traffic Safety Advisory Board. Again, in October, after discussing, the board voted recommended raising the speed limit to 40. I will say that out of the roads that we discussed, this one we got the most comments on. It does have some fairly, you can see some the area up here. In this area, especially a lot of homes right alongside the road. You get down here, there is some pretty hard curves. There's concerns from a lot of, and like I said, we've got a number of comments on this road. They voted to, again, it's county decision whether or not we go with that.
Well, that road's a lot different than West Virginia. There's a lot more curves. I think there's a lot more farm traffic on it too. We had a lot of comments about not raising it. I wouldn't mind looking into it some more if we want to table this one for now.
Yeah.
Not make a decision if you all
You
want
mark the
that.
curves, so don't try to reduce speed.
We
Those are right angles.
Yeah.
They're not even curves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we, like with West Virginia, when we raise speed limits like that, there's a curve that you can't take at that speed limit. We do put curb signs in with ball bank indicators as far as the recommended speed on them. Again, that would be this one too. I understand some of the concerns out here. This is, like I said, an older road, doesn't have near the straight lines that West Virginia has. If you want to table it, we can go back and possibly look at doing maybe 2 speed limits, one closer to town in the residential area, maybe raise it one further south. But again, that's, we work at your direction.
I think having continuity between Rolling Road and Bald Hill would make sense. But I'd rather talk to them a little bit more.
Okay.
I drive it quite often, and it's hard to drive 35. So that was what the request was for, because 135 on that road is, you get the spots, you're going down those, you get the speed going. So I didn't think 40 was bad, but we have a lot of comments here that we can consider.
table?
Yeah, again,
Okay.
been agree.
Okay.
Next one, this is one that Dan was speaking about, South Country Club and Zion Road. We did, as he said, Doug Stroke did write an email to us. He was requesting that it be changed from a yield sign to a stop sign. I stopped out there when I was taking pictures that day. I talked to Bernie and he agreed. It seemed like there's a lot of drivers that ignore the yield sign. I think it's a combination of both though. A lot of people that come up on Zion, when they don't come to a complete stop and they roll through that intersection, which is prevalent for a lot of them. This is the location presently. There's a yield sign on South Country Club going to the east, right in this location. Zion is required to stop. Again, I don't think a lot of the people do, but what Dan alluded to, we don't have support, because I think the predominant traffic is coming off South Country Club, turning on the Zion, but we didn't run counts on all three legs to be able to determine that, so we'd have to run additional counts if you want us to do that. This is driving to the east, coming up the hill. There you can see the yield sign up there top of the hill. As you can see, like Dan was explaining, it is difficult to see. Again, until you get right here, to be able to see if there's traffic coming the other way. This is going to the west, coming up to it, and this is probably a little worse than the other one. This is the one Dan was talking about. Come up the hill, it's a pretty sharp curve. You actually have to, if you would put a stop bar, it'd be in this location, where we're sitting, so you still couldn't see. You have to get up right here, basically in the middle of the intersection to be able to see. This is on Zion Road, coming into South Country Club. Again, when you get up here, if they stop, there's sight distance both ways, you can see. It's not an issue. The problem is a lot of people aren't stopping. And that's what Bernie indicated that day too. We presented it to the board. They voted recommending that the yield sign in South Country Club be removed, based on what they were saying. Let me go back to it. What they were saying is that this being a normal intersection, this South Country Club would have the right of way, and then you would stop the one that comes in at a 90-degree angle. Or pitch in if you.
I got some thoughts. I think this is about the most unconventional intersection with that yield sign. Ever since I've been in the county, I thought Lion Road, that sign there, it gives people a false idea of where they can turn, where they can't. So, I mean, either get rid of it or put a three-way stop. I would not do a two-way stop. That's about as odd as well. You need to either go all or not, in my opinion.
And I drive this every day, but the people coming up South Country Club and turning on the Zion, one of the problems is they'll cut that intersection. They don't go up far enough. Like Dan said, you have to go up all the way almost to the center line of Zion to see, but they're not doing that. They're cutting people with that.
And you can see fine if you get up there and actually yield to oncoming traffic, which you should do anyway.
Right there, they're cutting it before they ever get up to the top of that. So I kind of agree with Eric. If you're going to take the yield out, you need to put it in a three-way stop.
Either take it out, or put it in there, or put a three-way stop.
So the request was to take the yield out and put a stop sign in, and then Rich, but you guys just want to take the yield sign out.
Well, traffic safety.
Right, right.
And you actually have to drop the double yellow, which means you actually have to yield to that traffic that's coming toward you anyway when you cross that double yellow line.
Like
You're
Larry
coming up the hill.
Like Larry said, I
When I was out there taking pictures that day, again, the people are putting too much faith in this sign that people are gonna slow down when they cut it. And then the same way vice versa, when the people are coming off of line, they're not coming to a stop. They're assuming that, you know, these people are gonna stop.
Can I ask you a question?
Yep.
What, the traffic flow, is the traffic flow still indicate that the major flow of traffic is along the double yellow, not coming off of Zion? Or has population density changed enough where the flow should not be as South Metro Road?
Well, that's what we don't, that's what I was alluding to earlier, Greg. I don't have the numbers to support that. If we would want to look at that, we really need, get back to the overview, we need to set up counters and see, like in this area, and then right here, we've got some counts on this, but we don't on either side of this intersection. I went back and looked yesterday, and we didn't even have any in previous years. It was always on Zion right in this area here.
So how much longer would that take if we do that?
It wouldn't, we could set them out, it probably wouldn't be able to do this week anymore. We could set them out possibly next week, depending on weather. We normally leave them out for a period of 3 days. We put them out on Monday, pull them in on Friday, where we get 3 days of counts.
Like I said earlier, I drive it quite a bit too, and it is a tough intersection.
Well, our concern was if we took this yield sign out and did anything, you know, we even talked about possibly putting our temporary message board out there just to alert people what's going on, possibly here and also for sure on South Country Club. The only negative, I would say, to doing a three-way is being on a hill. But again, our roads normally, we're out there quick on them, and it's usually not an issue starting and stopping. Wouldn't you agree, Larry? That, because our trucks travel this.
So you're talking about ice and?
Yeah. Normally, don't try and stop traffic on a hill. But this is one of our routes that our trucks utilize heavily. Take Zion back around to Oak Ridge to our shop. So our trucks are traveling not only one that has this area to do snow removal on, they're traveling this way to go out to Russell area and stuff like that. So we've got trucks on there probably more than normal road.
I'd like to see what the counts say, because
Yeah.
I think that if the predominant traffic is taking Zion and then headed west on Country Club, maybe we stripe that accordingly and we could just put a stop on the other side. But I'd be interested to see what you guys have to say, but I think that's where the predominant traffic is going.
Yeah, I'd say that's not a bad idea, but we may want to reconfigure the intersection a little bit.
Right.
If we do that, which wouldn't be hard, just take a little more.
Well, the yield sign there doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but I think you need to have something that warns you that there's going to be traffic pulling out in front of you or possibly making a turn in front of you, because it is a bad spot. So I don't know what other options you have for that, how much people pay attention to those signs anyway.
Yeah, table this one?
Yeah, let's table that.
Okay, and we'll do a
Get
different
the counters
count.
out. We'll
We can handle that.
come back to it.
The next one, this is Mount Carmel Road. And going back through the files, we realized that we had taken this to the Traffic and Safety Board, but we'd never brought it to the County Commission for action. So this is, again, it runs from up here, this little Bass in this area, runs down here to, this is the Red Field, the golf course and everything. We paved that, what, 3 years? 3 years ago?
Before this fall.
Yeah, before this fall. This is just, again, I'm showing you some shots through the area. This, there's probably, you're looking at probably the hardest curve on the road, right in that area right there. You can see from the sign there. It's better than what it used to be. We worked with the developer when they were doing this road and actually straightened it and the curves out. This is the long straight stretch going past the Markway stables down there. And this is looking, you can see Old Bassett. The 85th percentile is 54, 50, and 48. Again, you can see here from the 50 down here in these curves. This probably shows what the road used to do prior to the developer starting that intersection. It used to come down making 90, went right along here, and then went up. The developer actually shared costs with us to change that road to the present configuration. Again, using 85th percentile, it could be at least 45, possibly 50. Old Bass is set at 50. Traffic Safety Board recommended to keeping it at 45 miles per hour, just keep continuity in the area. Again, we didn't receive any comments one way or the other on this road. Pleasure of the commission.
I move that we accept the recommendation of the Traffic Safety Advisory Board for Mount Carmel.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, these are again associated with the upgrade of the Mount Carmel Road. Binkley Road is just the installation of the stop sign. Again, this is Mount Carmel through road. Binkley, you can see the intersection up here. We actually have the ability through the traffic safety manual to go ahead and install stop sign when we improve them like this. So what we're proposing, it meets all the stop sign warrants from the traffic safety manual. We recommend the stop sign and they agree.
I move that we approve the recommendation of the Traffic Safety Advisory Board for a stop sign at Binkley Road.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, this is a Clark's Ford Road. Again, similar situation. You can see the intersection up there. We recommend the stop sign, they agreed.
I move that we accept the recommendation of the Traffic Safety Advisory Board for a stop sign at Binkley Road.
Second.
We already did that?
No, it was at Clark's Ford
Oh,
Road.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
So I meant that to say Clark's Fork Road.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next one is, again, on a road that we upgraded. This is the way the configuration used to be prior to the upgrade of Millbrook. You can see the road went up like this. Now, this is the current configuration. It used to be that the stop sign was on, at this point, well, we didn't have a stop sign because it was gravel. We normally don't sign gravel roads. But with Millbrook now being the through road, what we did is recommended a stop sign on Tillman where it intersects. This is when it was right prior to paving. See the stop sign there. We recommended a stop sign and the board agreed.
I move that we approve the recommendation for a stop sign at Tillman Road.
All in favor?
Aye.
Pleasant Valley Drive. This is again a new subdivision street. Lael built this. It's a new subdivision off Old Lawn. You can see the area photograph. This is where the layout is. The road's been constructed. You can see see the intersection, this is coming up to it. Again, it makes sense to stop the traffic on Pleasant Valley at the intersection of Old and that's what was recommended. The board agreed.
Move that we approve the recommendation for a stop sign, Pleasant Valley Drive.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This was a citizen's request on Cody Drive. It's over in Wren's Lake subdivision. As you can see, Tractor Supply's in this area. This is Cody Drive. The point in question is right here. You can see this is the main street coming up the hill there. This is pictures of it. You can see Cody turns there to the right. Just looking up the hill, Cody turns to the left there. This is coming down Cody. We recommend the stop sign at Cody Drive at the intersection of Reynolds Lake Road.
What was that red sign? I thought there was a stop sign.
We have, like I said, to the traffic. We can install it.
Okay.
Yeah. This is just a court order, making it official.
After that was that one. And if there's one there.
I move that we approve the recommendation for a stop sign on Cody Drive.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Bradley Drive, this is, we had a citizen's request again. There was vehicles parking right here in these hard 90s, this Westview Heights, these areas. Pictures you can see when there's people parking both sides, it makes it difficult to get around that curve. What the landowner requested is that we make that no parking right in those areas, just on the inside, so it's easy for traffic to flow through. Again, what we recommended is to make 30 feet both ways, both corners. We took it to the traffic safety. They again recommended approval.
I didn't think about this, Larry, but is there just a way to paint the curb?
Yeah, we just paint the curb.
See, there's no signs to it?
No.
Okay.
It's this, in case someone parks there, the court order gives the sheriff's department legal authority to write a parking ticket.
So I move that we approve the recommendation of the Traffic and Safety Advisory Board.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, last one is, or not last one, Zion Road. Again, this was an oversight on our part. We took it to traffic safety previously when in the past there was a section of road basically starting about this area right here where the road was paved, where the pavement stopped. We paved this section back here. There was a previous court order that set the speed limit on the blue line going back. What this court order does is make it continue all the way through from one end to the other. It makes it, sets it at 40, that's what, and again, this is just some shots of the road as we drove through. This is going down from Oak Ridge, down here at the bottoms, looking back to the north toward where the road started. We ran speed checks again. West-east is 49, 51, 47. And again, that's in these areas here, 51, 49 this way, 47, 48 at this location up here. Over on this side, the speed limit was set to 40. You know, with 85th, they could go 40 or 45. Since the older section is 70, or at 40, we recommended that be continued on through the road. And that's what the board recommended.
I move that we approve the recommendation for the speed limit on Zion Road.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This is Heyman Place. It's out just outside the city limits of Wardsville. It's a subdivision street. Again, stop sign. We recommended stop sign may replace at the intersection of Warfield Road. They approved it. Again, this court order.
Move to approve the recommendation. Stop sign name replace.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Mistakenly gave you all one I need to tear up. I think the first one was signed directly for, this is the court order for, West Wazoo. We need to sign that. That's all we have.
That's it.
Yep.
Now what are we gonna do all day?
We got two closed. Two issues in closed session. Do we have any other issues to come before us? I would take about a 10-minute break and I move we go into closed session pursuant to section 610-021 revised statutes of Missouri. Existing or proposed security systems, section 610-021.
Did you move that? or-
Yes,
Second.
roll call.
Sam?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Let's do like, take 5 minutes.
I thought you said 10.
Okay,
Dang it.
10. Go to the bathroom.
7.5.